In the midst of all the Bitcoin ETF hype, the institutions and their overlords managed the greatest heist on millennial retirement funds. Over 2 days, $818 million flowed into Bitcoin ETFs, although far below Bloomberg projections of $4 billion on day one and $50 billion by year end. The Bitcoin ETF orchestration has made the institution winners and the Bitcoin ETF buyers losers. Here's how they did it. So guys, picture this. You have a pile of money and you have an irresponsible friend. So what you want to do is you want to take this money and have your irresponsible friend safeguard it for you. But since he's safeguarding it for you, you also have to pay him a fee because he's doing some work. So what happens here is if our irresponsible friend are the institutions, there's really no guarantees. That means that if he loses your money, he doesn't have to pay you back. He's not on the hook for anything. He'll still take your fee though. Would you give him your money and pay him to keep that money safe? No. Would you be willing to be that irresponsible friend though? Every single day. So here's the scam hidden in plain sight. The fees. So to do a slight comparison, Bitwise's Bitcoin ETF has an annual fee of 0.2%. Now for BlackRock's iShares, theirs coming in at a 0.25%, not that bad. But the highest one is Grayscale's. They propose an annual fee of 1.5%. That's outrageous. It's highway robbery. So if you're choosing to invest with the institutions, you're choosing to pay your institutional friend, your irresponsible friend, in order to safeguard your money. I mean, this guy is a stick figure. He's wearing a cape and he's red. That's who you're paying. But that's not all. And that friend is putting all your Bitcoin, all your money into Coinbase. And if Coinbase gets hacked, then guys, it is all over. You lose everything. And out of the 11 ETFs approved, only 3 do not use Coinbase as a custodian: Fidelity, VanEck, and Hashdex. So no matter what you say, those are some 2 pretty big risks. And that's not even the worst case scenario. So here's the worst case scenario. Let's say Coinbase gets hacked, or let's say someone with access to the Bitcoin takes the Bitcoin and runs. This is not stocks we're dealing with, guys, where if there's funny business that happens, things can get recovered. With crypto and Bitcoin, if it's gone, it's gone. This happened with Celsius and FTX. Remember them? Both the CEOs were looking for new money to bail them out of their hole. So they were begging for suckers, but there were none left. They were looking for new investors to buy out the old investors, a literal Ponzi. So with these new institutions like Fidelity and BlackRock getting into the Bitcoin ETF game, these are the biggest institutions in the world, guys. So if you want someone to bail them out if they get into trouble, there's no one that's going to bail them out. So Bitcoin is a store of value. It doesn't earn interest. So what that means is if you buy into the Bitcoin ETF, what will happen is that if the price does not move, then you will lose money because you have to pay for the fees. The Bitcoin ETF is not one to keep into your retirement accounts. It's just that people, they don't know what they invest in and they don't care. From one millennial to another, be the winner. Think carefully about the ETFs that you decide to buy. Don't let the institutions get away with the heist.